YouTube, fight fans all over the world. It's your boy, the realest of the real. Yes, sir, I said it. Real Talk Boxing. It's a privilege, an honor, and a blessing to be back with you fine people this afternoon. I want to talk about my man from Australia, George Ferocious Kambosos Jr., scheduled to face Teofimo Lopez this month, I believe the 19th, on Triller, if I'm not mistaken. Saw an interview with Kambosos today, and I was like, yeah, this dude ain't showing no fear. He's not showing any fear at all. Kambosos is 19-0, 27 years old, 5'9", orthodox fighter, and he's a handful. He's a handful. I've been, checking out his highlights and watching some full fights of him the past couple of days. And he has an arsenal. He has an arsenal. The only fighter that he has faced that I actually knew of, like really knew, was back in 2019 against, I believe it was 2019, Mickey Bay. Mickey Bay used to fight under Mayweather Promotions some years back. Mickey Bay is mad skillful, man. Dude's always in shape. He's fast. His fundamentals are nice. Like the dude, I remember watching him fight John Molina, and he won every second of every round until the last round. He got lackadaisical and got caught and got stopped. I was so pissed off at Mickey Bay because of that. But nevertheless, man, I've always been a big fan of Mickey Bay, and I'm going to gauge his performance off what he brings to the table against Lopez. Now, Mickey Bay isn't Lopez, but Mickey Bay is no slouch. He's wasn't in his prime when he fought Kambosos, but he was still dangerous nevertheless. Kambosos, he's fast. He's really, really fast. Has a great jab. Great jab. The 1-2-3 combination is beautiful. He ends that hook beautifully. He has a nice straight left. Straight right. And an overhand straight right that's crazy too. He likes to set it up with the 1-2. Jab, and then the straight right, or jab, and then the overhand right. He connects with it almost every time he throws it. So he's very, very precise. But what I'm more impressed with when Kambosos gets stronger down the stretch. He has a gas tank for days. He gets stronger the longer the fight goes. And that's what he said he plans to do against Lopez. He said because Lopez down the stretch fades. You saw what happened against Lomachenko, right? He said if the fight goes past 3 rounds, he better get me out of there before 3 rounds. Because if he don't, after that 3rd round, I'm only going to get stronger. And do I believe him when I say that? Do I think that he's confident when he says that? Yes, because I've seen it. I saw it against Mickey Bay. He got stronger down the stretch. He's durable also. And I like Kambosos, man. Proud Australian. He's not afraid. He's not coming into this fight to lay down. And I think now that it's going to be a heck of a lot more competitive fight than what I thought in the beginning. This Kambosos ain't no joke. We ain't sleeping on Lopez either. I think Lopez is going to win this fight. But Lopez is looking real big, real beefy, man. He's put on some muscle. You dig what I'm saying? And he does seem to fade down the stretch. His last fight was, it showed it to be factual. So that's something that we need to look out for, most definitely. But Kambosos said something that really piqued my interest, man. He says that Lopez, he's a quitter. Once a quitter, always a quitter. Now, 2 years ago, I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all seen the footage of him getting dropped and sparring. Okay. And also quitting in a sparring match. He was sparring some guy, was supposed to spar 6 rounds. After the 4th round, he decided to pack up and leave. And they interviewed the guy, I can't remember the guy's name, that he actually sparred with, and he said, yeah, it's true. Hey, listen, sparring stays in the gym. I don't want to get into that, but man, I can't lie to you guys. He said, yeah, it's true. It's factual. That happened. So what does that mean? What does that mean? I'm here to tell you guys it doesn't mean much because obviously 2 years ago, he was undefeated and he's still undefeated now. It all depends on how you perform under the lights. You can get your butt kicked in sparring all day, but can you perform under the pressure, under the lights? That's what counts. Story time. I was 27 years old. I was in my last fight camp. I was fighting my last local tournament at age 27. And I decided to drop from heavyweight and go down to light heavyweight. Got tired of fighting big guys. And I'm pretty sure some of you guys have heard this story before. Long story short, I was cutting a lot of weight. I got a lot smaller, so some of my strength left me. And that whole training camp, I trained for about 4 months for this local tournament. And that whole training camp, they were getting the better of me every sparring. Every sparring session we had, I was getting my butt kicked. Like literally getting my nuts handed to me. Every single sparring session. And I honestly didn't know what I thought. Well, it's the weight loss, because I had lost like 34, 35 pounds. And I was like, the weight loss or what? Am I just getting older? Am I getting slower? A little longer in the tooth? You know? But listen, when it came time to that tournament, it was in February. I ran through everybody. Literally everybody especially the first guy that they put in front of me. The first guy was talking a lot of trash at the weigh-ins and the press conference, telling me how short I was, how much of a midget I was. I'm going to need a step ladder to actually, connect a punch against him. And I was already ready to go rehydrate. I was already frustrated. I was really, really quiet. And when he was saying all this stuff and they got to me and they asked me, what's going on? What are you going to do tomorrow night's fight? I said, y'all give me 30 seconds and I'll be taller than him. He's harping on how short I am. Give me 30 seconds and I'll be taller than him. He'll be looking up at me. And I was pissed. I was so frustrated because of the training camp. I was frustrated because I wasn't eating like I usually would eat, like a hog, a pig. And I was just ready to get it over with. So that Friday night, we got to the fight and I didn't hold on my prediction. It took a little longer than 30 seconds for me to be taller than him. It took 47 seconds to be exact. I knocked the dude down in the first round, the first 47 seconds. I knocked him down in the second round. And in the third round, TKO stoppage. Ref stopped the fight. So, does sparring matter when it comes to actually performing under the lights? Maybe. It depends on what type of mindset you have. It depends on what type of person you are. If you're going to live in that sparring session and be discouraged and think of yourself less of a man just because you got your butt worked in sparring, then yeah, it'll weigh on you. But obviously that's not the case for Lopez. So that sparring that happened 2 years ago doesn't hold up to a pile of crap, man. It doesn't. But Kambosos does speak some facts. He fades later in the fight, like he did against Lomachenko. So he does have a point there. But listen, Kambosos doesn't have one punch knockout power. Now he breaks his fighters down and he's very, very technical. Okay? He's no slouch. He's undefeated for a reason, just like Lopez. So I, for one, will not sleep on Kambosos. I think he has a chance of winning, even though I think Lopez will win. I'm not counting Kambosos out, especially now that I've been doing a little research over his fights and interviews. He's a confident dude. Very proud guy, man. And he's not going to come in to lay down. It's going to be way more competitive than when I first anticipated. You understand what I'm saying? But never mind what I'm saying. I want to know what you're saying. Comment down below. Let your boy Real Talk know. As always, respect all. Fear none. God bless. Till the next time, Real Talk Boxing. We up. We out here, baby.